Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing Me, your boy DYangBass. We are going to prep, as in the title here, Flathead Catfish. Yes, this is a freshwater flathead catfish, different from the channel. And look at this thing, gorgeous. Let me turn on the light real quick. There we go, much better. Now you can see, it's a beautiful flathead, tasty fish. If you guys haven't had it before, you can see that the head is a lot flatter than a channel. Discolored, right, brownish. These things can grow to be 30 to 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds. They're huge. But this one right here is a perfect eater, so we're gonna prep it. So first, let's fill up this pot here with some water. We're gonna warm it up, get it to boil. Not necessarily boiling, but to boil. And we're actually gonna pour this hot water onto the catfish. What that's gonna do is take the slime off of it, and we're gonna clean it. It has been dispatched. I bled it out in ice overnight, and here I'm rinsing it just to, do a second or two touch up. Let some water run on it. So the water is just about boiling. We're gonna pour this right over it, nice and slow. Again, what this does is that it takes the slime off of the fish itself. It's gonna be a lot easier to clean, and we're gonna repeat this process twice. Okay, this is the first time. Except pour it nice and slow all over the fish. The second time we're going to focus on the belly, but for now you pour it onto the catfish and you can see it's turning gray whitish. That's how you know the hot water is in effect. I almost touched it there, but I forgot that it's hot. Alright, so let's fill it back up and do it again. So now you're going to take your knife, you're going to scrape off all the slime. You guys can see all that nasty goo stuff, the slime coat, right? You gently scrape it off. Don't want to do anything too crazy. Right? I'm not too worried about the head because this time around I'm not going to keep the head of the fish. I'm just going to, but yeah, you guys can see that, all that slime there. Yuck. So I'm going to clean the body here. I haven't done the bottom yet. The belly, we are going to keep the belly meat. That's the best part. But here we're going to go ahead and process this whole scraping thing. Once we scrape it, we're gonna wash it with water again. Do a little touch up with the knife here while the second pot of water is set to boil. Alright, just clean the board here real quick. Alright, you see that? It's nice and smooth now. And yes, I'm not gonna mess with the head. I'm just gonna toss it. I'm not keeping the head in this time around. So here's the second round of hot water. Again, you don't want it boiling, okay? Just up to boil. I'm gonna pour this nice and slow. As you can see, this time around it's not as white, okay? Because we took the first slime coat off already. So I'm just gonna touch it up just a little bit. Now I'm gonna flip it around, and this is the part where we wanna go through with the hot water. You see how it's turning white there? That's how you know this has some kind of slime coat on it. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. Be very careful. Alright, now here we go, the scraping starts. You can see that little streak there of white slime. You can take it off with the knife there, and that's how you know it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean this thing, okay? Prep it for you guys. It's a fun process, you can say that. And yes, I do this with channel catfish too, if I decide to keep the skin off. But most of the time I just fillet it. But a flathead is very special when keeping it, so I don't want to waste any kind of skin or meat on it. More scraping, more washing, touching it up, make sure we got all the slime and dirty skin stuff off. So I did start with my knife here, but you know what, I said screw it, I don't have much room, so I'm gonna use my all-purpose scissor here and cut through the fish gently. I don't want to poke any kind of organ or anything like that, because I don't want to get any of the fluid on the meat. So I just cut the thin layer of belly there, and yes, this one is a female, sadly. If I knew it was a female, I would let it go, but you never know, So I did feel bad while doing this. As you can see, I'm touching it like, man, this kind of sucks, but I'm just gonna cut the eggs off and toss it. Get the membrane and everything. And yes, YouTube might flag me for this, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright, pull all that stuff off. Yuck. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna continue digging around, get some stuff off, take my big, nope, not this knife, sorry, my big knife. Here we go. We're gonna cut the head off. Yep, so in this process, we're gonna cut the head off, just get it out the way. As you can see, my cutting board is a lot smaller than the fish itself. I don't have much room to butcher this fish, right? Just gonna take this piece off right here. Sorry, YouTube, it is what it is. This is how you prep a fish. Alright, you can see blood is squirting everywhere here. And that's the head. And into the ice bucket it goes. Alright, so yep, a very bloody fish here. We're gonna go ahead and clean and rinse this. Alright, dig around more, get some organs off, cut around the membrane, the tissue. We're gonna rip the stuff out. And take the scissor and cut through here, open it up more so we have room. Alright, there we go. You see that little air bladder right there? That bladder, that white part? Yeah, that's how they stay at the bottom for so long. It's a lot tougher than most fish. So I gotta move the fish over here real quick. I need more of a support to chop the fins off. It's a bony structure fin kind of deal, so I do have to hit it a lot harder. And I'm gonna cut it off because I spent some time chopping it, leaving a mess everywhere. Cut the fins on top. Yep. Alright, there we go. Cut this bottom fin off. Boom. Nice. Toss that in the ice bucket. I'm just doing some touch up here, cleaning it. I'm gonna cut these things into portions. That way I can put it in a Ziploc bag. Yeah, the bones on this thing is tough. So you do have to use some kind of excessive force here. Yep. Here are the portions. You know, they look big, but you can freeze them like this and then you can like portion them again when you defrost it, you know what I mean? Here we go, look at that nice, beautiful meat. And you don't want to waste the side belly meat here. It's the best part for fillet and deep fry. Alright, let me just get my pot so I can put the meat away here. Look at that, man. This is awesome. I want to make like catfish stew or something, I don't know. Yeah, put the belly in there. The second belly, side belly meat there. I'm going to cut this one into portions. Again, same process, just chop it up into pieces. Right. And here we go, guys. Look at that, all that meat right there. Look at that meat, guys. Beautiful, chunky, fresh meat, flathead catfish. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We'll do this again. Stay tuned for the catch and cook.